Close your eyes. Notice where you feel the breathing in the body. Take a couple of good, long, deep in and out breaths to emphasize the feeling of the breath. And wherever it's most prominent, focus your attention there. Keep it there, all the way through the in-breath, all the way through the out. Try to breathe in the way that feels comfortable, so that you will want to stay. But at the same time, you have to watch out for the mind, because it'll wander away. When it does wander away, you just bring it right back. Wanders away again, bring it back again. You have to show it that you mean business. After all, the Buddha said, the mind well trained brings happiness. Cittang dantang sukhavahang in Pali. Just because the mind is capable of all kinds of things. It can take you down to a very low level or take you up to a very high level. He says the mind is more variegated than the animal kingdom. Think about it. Think of all the kinds of animals there are in the ocean, on land, in the air. And your mind is capable of more variations than that. After all, it's because of minds that animals get born that way. And not only the animals we have now, but all the animals we've had throughout history and prehistory. Then there are all the levels of devas and other upper levels. So the mind is capable of all kinds of things. The problem is if it's not under your control, it can take you down. So you want at the very least that you keep it on the human level. Raise it to higher levels if you can. So you have to watch out for where the mind wanders. You'll notice that when you don't give it one thing to stay with, it does have this tendency to wander. You notice it more when you give it a task. When you just allow it to roam around freely, it doesn't run up against any resistance, so it doesn't know itself. If you want the mind to know itself, you've got to give it some resistance. So lay down the law, you're going to stay with the breath. And then make the breath comfortable. It's like training a pet. You don't just beat it all the time. When it does what you want it to do, you reward it. In this case, when the mind comes back, reward it with a breath that feels good. And then keep on breathing in ways that feel good all the way down through the torso, all the way down to the legs and the arms. That way it'll be more likely to want to stay. And you'll see that control is not a bad thing. If you control it just with a heavy hand, it's going to resist control. But if you combine the heavy hand with the gentle hand, combine it with rewards, then it'll be happy to stay. Then you're on better terms with each other. When the time comes to go someplace, you go to good places. It won't drag you down. So keep your mind well trained. Keep it on topics that will lift it up. Because the mind is what controls your life. We see outside forces having a big impact on our lives. But the main source for happiness, the main source for suffering is actually inside the mind itself. When you take care of the mind, then no matter what happens outside, you don't have to suffer. You've got an independent source of well-being inside. That's when you're truly safe. That's when you can be your own refuge. So, train the mind well. Gain a sense of how much happiness that can come from mind well trained. You see, it's much better than just letting it wander around as it likes. And so it'll be especially true as you grow old, as you get sick, even as you die. If you have control over your mind, you can be sure you're going to go to a good place. While you're here, you can stay in a good place. This can be the dwelling for your mind, here with the breath, and here in the present moment. So give it a good home to stay in and good places to go when you leave home. Then you'll see for sure that the Buddha's right. The mind well trained does bring happiness.